This video will cover the Books module in ROES Web. While there's a number of different ways you can define a book, I'm just going to touch on a couple of those scenarios today. In this book, you can see the front cover is together, facing down, and the individual pages in the book's layout grid is shown all together. As you go into the cover, you can select different layouts at the top, grab some images, and populate the image nodes within the cover itself. Inside the pages of the book, you can see they're going with more of a create your own design by not providing a number of different templates for the photographer to define. In this scenario, a photographer would have a Lightroom or Photoshop and define their 10 by 20 spreads and go ahead and drop them in to your said book. In the grid view here, you can add pages before, add pages after, rearrange the book itself. You can drag from this thumbnail area as well and then go directly into that page by hitting the edit button. Once you like the book as you see fit, then you can add it to the order. Now let's look at a book where the cover is split apart in two, at the very beginning and the very end of the grid layout view. This one also has inside cover pages displayed in the book. The other thing this book has defined is a number of different layout options. So the lab has defined a number of image node pages or spreads that they can do a drag and drop, and the photographer can define based off of the lab's layouts. You also have the ability to limit what you see at the top by defining the page image count, because a lab might have a number of different layouts and it might be hard for the photographer to find said layout they like. So they can define and show only spreads with one image or only spreads with 3 images and so on and so forth, making it easier for them to find the layout that they would like to populate within their book. Back in the grid layout view, again, you can move around pages, you can add pages, delete pages, get it to where you want to see the final book in a grid view, and making sure that you have the right number of pages within your said book. Now we also know that as photographers start a book, they don't always finish a book. So what we've added is a save for later, save a project. If they're logged in, they can save this under the Save Projects area, the bottom left, and it's tied to my username and account. I can rename this by maybe applying the date or the wedding name, and then after you get the okay from the consumer, then you can go back and place this order. How would you get that okay? We also have the ability to download a preview. Under the Save for Later, you can download a preview. You can attach this preview into an email or send a direct link to the consumer, and they can launch that within their web browser to view exactly how you designed the book to get verification to be ordered from my lab. Once you're comfortable, you add it to the cart and you're ready to place your first book order.